on s square plus 6s plus 13 bracket square. So this example we can solve by the partial fraction method, but here you can directly apply the partial fraction method. Here this quadratic equation we can't factorize because we can't get the two numbers such that the multiplication is 13 and addition is 6. So there is no any two numbers there. So here these are the quadratic equation which is repeated two times. So you can apply the quadratic repeated partial fraction rule. Or first, for having the easy calculation, first apply the shifting property and then apply the partial fraction method or convolution theorem. In inverse Laplace transform method, one example you can solve by many methods. So here again for shifting property, the given equation should be in the bracketed equation. So in denominator, s square root is s, 6s. For 6s, divide by 2. This is your rule. So 6 by 2 is 3. So plus 3. S plus 3 bracket square. So in s plus 3 bracket square, if we expand this, s square plus 6s plus 9. So s square plus 6s and x square plus 6s is matched with the original. But plus 9 is extra. And here originally there is a 13. So plus 9 is extra in this square expansion. So we have to eliminate that plus 9 by taking minus 9. And this original 13 from the example write as it is. And take this as a one bracket. So s plus 3 bracket square. And this minus 9 plus 13 is 4. So this s square plus 6s plus 13 you can write as s plus 3 bracket square plus 4. Or you can remember by this hint that s square plus 6s plus 13 we can write as s square root is s, 6 by 2 is 3, so plus 3 bracket square. In this expansion we have s square plus 6s plus 9. So from 13 we take 9 to this bracket square term and the remaining value is plus 4. You can write this as directly with this hint also. So from 13 we take 9 to this square expansion term, that is plus 3 square, that is plus 9, and the remaining from 13 the remaining number is 4. So from 13 we get 9 here and remaining value is 13 minus 9, that is plus 4. You can write as it is. So s square plus 6s plus 13 we can write s plus 3 bracket square plus 4. So here again the numerator should be in the bracketed equation, that is the bracket is fixed from the denominator, that is s plus 3. So here already the numerator is in the that form, that is s plus 3 bracket. So here bracket is s plus 3. So take e raised to minus 3 outside, inverse of, and replace s plus 3 by s to that equation. So s upon s square plus 4 bracket square, and use the convolution theorem or partial fraction. Again this is your assignment example. The next is L inverse of s square upon s minus a bracket raised to 4. You can use s upon s minus a. You can use the partial fraction method, or for convolution theorem we have to split into two functions. So s upon s minus a bracket square, and next is s upon s minus a bracket square. But it will be more difficult by using the convolution theorem. So use partial fraction method and solve for the assignment. So here I have solved here some steps. So for partial fraction, this is the s minus a is the linear factor which is repeated 4 times. So a upon single bracket, b upon bracket square plus c upon bracket cube plus d upon bracket raised to 4. Using coefficient comparison method, find the values, or use the shortcut method. Here s minus a is your linear factor, so take that bracket equal to 0, s minus a equal to 0, we get s equal to a, and the remaining values, as there are 4 constants, so we have to put 4 s values. So here a, s equal to a, this value we get from this linear factor, and remaining values you can take as a random value. So 0, 1, 2 you can take. So total s values should be 4, as we have to find the 4 constants. So this you can use our coefficient comparison method. We get the equations, solve these equations in constants, we get the values of ABCD. So this is your partial fraction method. Or for convolution theorem, split this equation into two functions. So s upon s minus a bracket square, and remaining is s, again same term, s upon s minus a bracket square. So here we have to we can't get this inverse Laplace transform directly, hence we are using here shifting property. So here for shifting property, the given equation should be in bracketed equation. So here the bracket is fixed in denominator, that is s minus a. So take that s minus a bracket as it is on numerator. So write s as s minus a and plus a. So by cancelling we get original equation, that is s only. So here in bracketed equation we write here, then s minus a is bracket, so e raised to at L inverse of s, put s minus a equal to s. So s plus a upon s square. Simplifying this, 1 upon s plus a upon s square. 1 upon s is inverse is 1, a as it is, 1 upon s square inverse is t. So this is your inverse. And putting putting t equal to a and t equal to t minus u in the given ft function and find the integration, we get this answer. So you can use convolution theorem or partial fraction. To avoid the integration formulae, you can use the partial fraction method. Next is inverse of 1 upon s cube s square plus a square. That is, here you can use partial fraction method, but in partial fraction method the highest power of s is after multiplication s raised to 5. That is, there will be 5 constants, so it will be lengthy example. So you can use the division by s property first. So here 1 upon s cube there, so we have to use division by s property 3 times. So you can use this division by s property. Then L inverse of log term. So log function, if there is this is log function, then inverse trigonometric function, this type of functions, and for that its inverse Laplace transform we are finding by using the L inverse of derivative formula. So this is the fix that if we ask the inverse of some particular function, that is log function, inverse trigonometric function with some larger angle of that trigonometric function, then that example we can solve by the inverse Laplace transform of derivative property. So here if there is a log function present in the given example, so first simplify that log function. So this is your simplification. Next is these examples I am giving you as a assignment. So solve this assignment, because these examples are repeated, and this method, this type of examples we are solved many times in previous videos. So by seeing or by studying the previous lectures, you can solve these examples. So the next example is inverse of s upon a square plus a square bracket square. So by convolution theorem or by using partial fraction. So for partial fraction, you can use as plus b upon s square plus a square plus cs plus d upon s square plus a square bracket square. And by cross multiplication and using the coefficient comparison method, solve this, or use the convolution theorem. For convolution theorem, split this function s upon s square plus a square, and the remaining function is 1 upon s square plus a square. S upon s square plus a square inverse is cos a t, 1 upon s square plus a square inverse is sin a t upon a. So both the terms are similar, that is, no any term is smaller. So you can assume any function as f1 and remaining function as f2. So this is your f1t and this is your f2t, and solve. Then next is inverse of s plus 2 upon s square plus 4s plus 5 bracket square. Again this is the example same as this example. Here s square plus 4s plus 5, that is, if it is possible that we are factorizing the given denominator, then you can use the partial fraction method. So let us check that. So there are no any two numbers, so that the multiplication is 5 and addition is 4. So we can't get the two numbers, so we can't factorize this denominator. So first, if we are not factorizing, or if we are not able to factorize this denominator, then we can't use the partial fraction method directly for the given example. Hence first we have to apply the another method. So here there is no any direct formula, then partial fraction method we can't use here. Then use the shifting property. Shifting property is generally used in every example for easy calculation. So here for shifting property we want the bracketed equation. So here s square plus 4s plus 5 we can write as s square root is s, 4 divided by 2 that is plus 2 bracket square. So in brackets expansion s square plus 4s plus 2. So instead of this we are writing this. So from 5 plus 2 is taken in this square expansion, and from 5 plus 2 is taken, so remaining value, number is plus 3. So you can write as so in expansion there is a 4 here. So here s square plus 4s plus 5 we can write in the bracket square expansion as s square root is s, 4 by 2 is 2 plus 2 bracket square, then take its expansion s square plus 4s plus 4 and compare this original denominator with this denominator with this expansion. So s square 4s 4s, instead of 5 we have here 4. So from 5 we take 4 in this expansion. So from 4 we have taken in this expansion, so the remaining number is 5 from 4, the remaining number is 1 plus 1. So this is your expansion. So the in denominator the bracket is s plus 2, same bracket should be in numerator. So in numerator already in example s plus 2 is there, hence this example we have converted into bracketed equation and the bracket is s plus 2. So take e raised to minus 2t outside, inverse of put s plus 2 equal to s in this bracketed equation, that is s upon s square plus 1 bracket square, and then use convolution theorem. For convolution theorem, first function is s upon s square plus 1 and second function is 1 upon s square plus 1. Or you can use partial fraction method. For partial fraction method use, this is your quadratic equation repeated 2 times, that is fourth rule, quadratic repeated rule you can apply here. So you can use convolution theorem or partial fraction. Next is solve these examples in assignment. So by convolution theorem, L inverse of 1 upon s into s square minus a square. So here for this we know the derivative of hyperbolic function. So here derivative of in exam we ask only derivative of two particular functions, that is sine hyperbolic theta and cos hyperbolic theta. You can remember these two formulae only. So sine hyperbolic theta derivative is cos hyperbolic theta derivative is sine hyperbolic, and in integration it is reverse. Cos hyperbolic integration is sine hyperbolic integration is cos hyperbolic. So there is no any change. If there is a sine, then its derivative or integration is cos. If there is a cos hyperbolic theta, then its derivative or integration is sine hyperbolic theta. So here you can use partial fraction method or you can use convolution theorem for this example. Next is by convolution theorem. If there in this example, by convolution theorem we have to find the inverse of this given example. So hence if it is mentioned that which method we have to use in example, then use that method only. So here it is mentioned that we have to find the answer by using convolution theorem. So use only convolution theorem here, not partial fraction method. You will get 0 marks. If there is your correct answer, but this method is wrong, hence you will get 0 marks. Hence use only convolution theorem here for this example. So for convolution theorem, split 1 upon s as the first function, 1 upon s square minus a square as the second function. Again there is a next example, 1 upon s square plus 2s plus 5. Same example is this, only s plus 2 is not there. So this is, we have to convert into bracketed equation because this cannot be factorized, as we have seen in this example. Same equation is given here, not here. 4s is there, so you can check that. S square plus 2s plus 5. So there is no any two numbers or doesn't exist two numbers such that the multiplication is 5 and addition is 2. So we can't factorize this quadratic equation. So convert this quadratic equation into bracketed equation. So s square plus 2s plus 5 you can write as s square root is s plus 2s. S coefficient is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So s plus 1 bracket square. Square expansion is s square plus 2s plus 1. So s square plus 2s, originally there is s square plus 2s plus 5, s square plus 2s. Only 5 and 1 is not matched. So this 1 from 5, this is your original equation and this is we have to convert. So from 5, one number is used in the expansion and the remaining number is plus 4. So split this 5 as 1 plus 4 and this 1 is used in this expansion or bracket square expansion, and the remaining number you have to write as it is, plus 4. So this is your bracketed equation. The bracket is s plus 1. So take e raised to minus t outside, inverse of, write that bracket equal to s. So 1 upon s square plus 4. And s square plus 4 inverse is sin 2t upon 2. So you can solve by the convolution theorem. Same type of examples we have solved in previous lectures. So you can see these lectures carefully and solve these examples. So the next example is using Laplace transform, solve dy by dt minus y equal to 1 minus 2t. So this is one differential equation method example. Condition is given and one differential equation. Solve this. Then in this, using Laplace transform, solve this equation with one conditions are given. So again this is the same example by the previous. Then next is, this is the cubic equation and with condition. Solve this example also. I have given the hint here. Some steps I have done here. So you can solve the further steps. Next example is solve t d2y by dt square plus 2 dy by dt plus ty equal to cos t equal, and condition is given. So here in previous example there is no any variable. Here the t is variable. So no any variable term is multiplied to derivative term. Only derivative terms are with constants are given. You can see. So 2, 1 minus 1 minus 2, 1 minus 4, 3, 1 minus 1. So only constants are present with the derivative terms. But in this example, this is your special example. This type of example is only one here. So see carefully. So solve this example with the condition. So first step is convert this given example into dash notation and take the Laplace on both sides. So Laplace of t y double dash plus 2 Laplace of y dash. Simultaneously we are converting into dash notation and we are taking the Laplace transform on both sides. Plus Laplace of ty equal to Laplace of cos t. Cos t Laplace is s upon s square plus 1. Cos at Laplace we have applied here. Then here Laplace of, so here we have to take Laplace of this term t into y double dash. That is, we have to first here apply. We can't use the Laplace of f double dash formula directly here because there is Laplace of t into term is present. Only if there is a term Laplace of y double dash, then we can use Laplace of f double dash. That is Laplace of 3 derivative formulae we can use here directly. But here the term is not there. Laplace of t y double dash is there. So we have to use multiplication by t raised to n property here. So for only t, Laplace of t f t equal to minus 1 raised to n value is 1. So minus 1 raised to 1, that is minus 1 d by ds, only one derivative of Laplace of ft. So we have to apply first multiplication by t raised to n property. And for multiplication by t, this is your formula, converted formula. So minus d by ds of Laplace of ft. Here ft is your second term and here y double dash is your second term. So write as it is. Instead of Laplace of ft, we have to write Laplace of y double dash. So here in the second step, we are applying division by, multiplication by t raised to n property. Then plus 2, here there is a term, direct term Laplace of y dash. So we can apply the derivative formula directly. S Laplace of y minus y0 minus, again we have to apply division, multiplication by t raised t property. So minus d by ds Laplace of y. Here minus d by ds Laplace of y double dash is equal to s upon s square plus 1. Then minus d by ds of, then you can write the formula or you can apply the formula for Laplace of y double dash. Laplace of y double dash is s square Laplace of y minus sy0 minus y dash 0. This is your derivative formula. Laplace of f double dash plus 2 into s L of y minus y0 value is 1, put here, minus d by ds of L of y equal to s upon s square plus 1, minus d by ds s square Laplace of y, y0 value is 1. Take derivative separately of these three terms. So minus d by ds s square Ly minus plus d by ds s into y0 value is 1 minus plus d by ds of y dash 0 plus 2s Laplace of y minus 2 minus d by ds Ly equal to s upon s square plus 1, then minus d by ds s square Ly, derivative of s with respect to s, that is derivative of x with respect to x derivative is 1. So here s is variable, so s derivative with respect to s is 1. So d by ds of s is 1. Then d by ds of y dash 0. So here this is your condition, initial condition, and in initial conditions the values of y0, y dash 0 are given in the form of constant. So this will be a constant, of course, as the y dash 0 is not given, but this is your initial condition, and initial condition value are always given as a constant. So constant derivative is 0. So write this value is 0 here. Then 2s Ly minus 2 minus d by ds Ly equal to s upon s square plus 1. Then s square into Ly, there is a product term s square into Ly, so we have to apply the product rule. Minus s minus as it is, minus s square as it is, d by ds of Ly minus second term Ly as it is, s square derivative is 2s. So here the minus sign write as it is, we have write the calculation step directly. So minus, take the product rule of s square Ly, so s square as it is, derivative of Ly, we can't find the derivative of Ly with respect to s because this is the unknown term Ly, plus Ly as it is, s square derivative with respect to s is 2s. We are applying x square derivative is 2x, so s square derivative is 2s. So minus s square d by ds of Ly minus 2s Ly. This is your first term, minus 2s Ly. So this product rule with minus sign multiplying, we are written directly here. Then plus 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 2s Ly minus d by ds Ly equal to s upon s square plus 1. So here minus 2s Ly plus 2s Ly get cancelled, and d by ds Ly is repeated 2 times, so take d by ds Ly common, in bracket minus s square minus 1, that is minus s square plus 1 is equal to this minus 1 take on RHS, so 1 plus s upon s square plus 1. So d by ds Ly, so take this term on RHS, so minus 1 upon s square plus 1, this has the minus sign, so s upon s square plus 1 into minus s square plus 1. So you can take the calculation as, so d by ds of Ly equal to 1 upon minus s square plus 1 plus s upon s square plus 1 into minus s square plus 1. This term is your multiplication form. In the multiplication form, take on the right side, that is it will go to in the denominator. So 1 upon minus bracket means minus 1 upon bracket, plus minus minus, so minus s upon bracket, that is bracket square, minus s upon bracket square. So this is your simplification. Then the next step is we have to take the inverse Laplace transform on both sides. To take inverse Laplace transform on both sides, so inverse of d by ds of Ly equal to minus 1 upon s square plus 1. So its inverse is minus, as it is 1 upon s square plus 1 inverse is sin t. 1 upon s square plus 1, a square value is 1, so sin 1t upon 1, that is sin t, minus inverse of s upon s square plus 1 bracket square. So here left side keep as it is, the right side inverse we can find out because these are the particular terms. So 1 upon x square plus inverse is sin t, and this inverse, the inverse of this term we can find by the convolution theorem. So split this function, s upon s square plus 1, another function is 1 upon s square plus 1, s upon s square plus 1 inverse is cos t, 1 upon s square plus 1 is sin t. Both the terms are same, no one is the smaller term, so take any function as f1 and any function as f2. So replace cos t, replace t by u in cos t and t by t minus u in sin t. So cos u sin t minus u. So put these equations in the formula of convolution theorem. So inverse of this required term equal to 0 to t cos u sin t minus u. So we have to adjust 2 here. So 2 cos sin formula. 2 cos sin formula is sin minus sin. First angle is a plus b. Second angle is a minus b. This angle is, this is your a value, this is your b value. This type of example we have seen in previous lecture. So this is just the integration. So 2 cos sin formula is sin a plus b minus sin a minus b. A value is this, b value is this. Apply this formula, and sin t with respect to u, sin t is constant. So constant integration is u into sin t. Minus sin to u minus t. So sin t integration is minus cos u. So minus that minus sin, this minus sin plus cos. Sin bracket formula we have applied here. So sin bracket integration is cos bracket upon minus cos bracket upon bracket derivative. 2u minus t derivative is 2 only. 2u derivative is 2, minus t derivative is 0 because integration is with respect to u. So putting the values, these are the values of u. So put u equal to t and u equal to z here one by one. We get this answer. Use here cos of minus theta formula. Cos of minus theta is cos t. So cancel these terms. We get half t sin t. So hence inverse of d by ds ly equal to minus sin t, and its answer is this. So put here, we get minus sin t minus half t sin t. So inverse of d by ds of L of yt. So here we are using the another notation. So L of y means L of ft, its another notation is f bar s. So for L of y means yt, the another notation is y bar s. So take f bar s or y bar s. There is no any difference because this is a just a notation. So d by ds of f bar s, Laplace of yt or Laplace of ft is your f bar s. Other notation we have taken here because the outside operator is inverse. So in inverse operator we want the s variable notation. So take this or this. So d by ds of f bar s, and d by ds of f bar s means f bar s first derivative, that is f bar dash s. So inverse of f bar dash s equal to this right side as it is. So we have inverse of f bar dash s means inverse of f double dash formula. So we are using inverse Laplace transform of derivative property. So inverse Laplace transform of derivative property is, this is your property. So inverse of f bar s in the form of this. So inverse of f bar s minus 1 by t inverse of f bar dash s. That is, this is your inverse Laplace transform of derivative property. So this property we have to apply for inverse of f bar dash s. So inverse of f bar dash s is equal to minus 1 upon t, we have to take on left side. So minus t inverse of f bar s. So replace inverse of f bar dash is equal to minus t inverse of f bar s. So minus t inverse of f bar s is equal to right side as it is, minus sin t minus half t sin t. So minus t inverse of f bar s. So another notation is inverse of f bar s is ft. So take that notation. So inverse of f bar s is ft. So minus t ft equal to minus sin t minus half sin t minus t ft means in example we have here y. We have here y formula. So you can take here y directly, y bar s or y bar dash s yt as it is. So minus t yt equal to this. So yt equal to, take this minus t on right side, we get the value of y. So here how we are finding the answer. So this is your differential equation, and solve this means we have to find the value of y. So first step is same. Convert this given equation into dash notation, then take Laplace transform on both sides. In Laplace transform on both sides, we have to take the derivative, that is product rule here. And first, the next step is we have to find the L of y equal to right side term. But here by applying after applying the product rule, we get d by ds of L of y. So first find d by ds of L of y term, and then take the inverse on both sides. So left side inverse equal to right side inverse Laplace transform, and right side inverse Laplace transform we can find by using the particular methods. So by using, this is your direct formula, this is by the convolution theorem. So we get this answer. So this is the answer of inverse of d by ds Ly. So we are putting the in the next notation, that is d by ds. L of y means y bar s, because L of ft is f bar s. So L of y means y bar s. So y bar s derivative with respect to s is y bar dash s, and inverse of y bar dash s means inverse of derivative. We are using here inverse Laplace transform derivative property. So this is your property, and we want this right side term. So take this minus 1 by 2 on left side, we get the inverse of f bar dashes or y bar dashes. So we get the answer, final answer as value of yt. Next example is dx by dt plus y equal to sin t, dy by dt plus x equal to cos t. So this example is of the type two differential equations are given with the condition. So here same example is this, so you can take as a assignment. So take this as a assignment, it is easy one. Then next is two differential equations are given with the conditions. Again same method. In same method you can solve this equation. So the next example is inverse of 1 upon s square plus 1 s plus 1. So you can use the partial fraction method. So hence this we have completed your second chapter, inverse Laplace transform. So study these two chapters. We will take one test on these two chapters, continuous assessment test 2. Thank you.